Hi, my name is Adebola Williams, CEO Red. Red is a group of media companies that uses media to inspire and empower, the African youth, helping them to make enlightened decisions, to solve their own problems, from enterprise to advocacy, leadership, and ultimately politics. We've recently launched our book, How to Win Elections in Africa, riding on the experience we've had in the last 12 years of working in youth development, engaging young people who are the key target audience in any elections now on the continent that has 65% of its population as young people. We've also had the privilege of working on 3 elections in the last 6 years, of which, to the glory of God, all 3 elections have come out successful. And so, putting together all the experience from youth advocacy to youth empowerment, to understanding what young people think, feel, and how they make decisions, to also working on successful elections. All the experiences come together into this book, How to Win Elections in Africa, which can help anybody, man, woman, to access power by reading some of the realities that we highlight in the book, some of the current realities of the new political marketplace, some of the institutions, and how to create your own third lane, or some of the institutions that are formidable, and how you need to find a way to gather your own credibility around that. So that's the book, How to Win Elections in Africa, and it's exciting to be in Aki Festival 2017, especially since it's about the F word, feminism. As I said upstairs when we're talking about affirmative action, that I do, agree, that especially the history of the continent, and the history of even, when it looks like it's such a patriarchal society, you need to force people's hands, to accommodate women and ensure that they get what they deserve. I also then believe strongly that women also need to be more assertive, as we coined on the panel, to grab them by the balls, and fight for what they deserve. Also by galvanizing and organizing their influence. Women particularly need to stop giving their influences away freely. You dance on the campaign, you galvanize and mobilize people, you throw your votes, they give you pittance, they don't even recognize you. Women need to be more strategic in organizing and putting their vote as a block, and then taking that block to a negotiation table to engage and agree. And then if the people now go in and they fall back on their promises, you then use that as a card with that anger to say you do not have our interests at heart. And so therefore, next election, we will deal with you by showing you the red card. But if you haven't had that organization and galvanizing, if you haven't negotiated and agreed, then there is nothing that they're falling back on. So next they just come and give you politics and speak to you, okay, sorry, we're going to do better, and then nothing will ever happen. In a country with more women in the population, a country with more young people in the population, who controls the young people? The mothers. At the end of the day, no matter where we all go, we always come back to our mothers. Women have such a strong influence in this world that hasn't been harnessed. In supporting each other more, in believing each other more, in taking each other more seriously, in even priming their boys at home on how to deal with the feminine gender, on how to engage women, on how to follow leadership by women. If you raise your sons as princes and kings, and then you want them to respect that woman who wants to run for office, when you've already told her that she's second to them, and you told him he's above them, it's ironical. So how do you raise boys who do not compete but collaborate with women? How do you raise boys who can believe in the competence and the capacity? How do we begin to highlight the things that make women special from when they are young, the way we highlight the strength of a man? Let's highlight the wisdom of a woman, the foresight, the insight, the intuition of a woman. So that when you're raising boys, they begin to even understand the value that their sisters bring to the table, the values that women bring to the table. It's what we have glorified that continues to multiply. It's what society glorifies and multiplies. And society has glorified the strength of manliness and the first place of a man. And it begins in the home. It moves into the media, the communities, and then the media. And women are the ones in charge of all these places I've mentioned. Because the man is out there trying to make money to bring money back home. It's the woman that feeds the child with information. Women are raising funds every day for men for elections. Women are the ones raising huge funds. It's the fact that you've raised a society where people do not have faith in giving the woman the money. They do not think she would win. They do all of those things. So when you change that And people now see, once people see it, it's an investment of some sort. Even if it's not an investment, you also want to give your money to something that you know will be effective, will actually come to an expected end. Nobody wants to throw their money away. So when you're in the system, people do not think that the woman has a chance, they are slow in giving money. So when you fix those things, that actually put women much more, give them a bigger opportunity. People can bank on them and give them money. We raise a society where men are always first. So it's easy for him to give a man money and think that even if he doesn't win, he has a chance to go far and get something. But we raise a society where people see women as second class. So when I give her money, this money won't even go anywhere. So she'll get nothing out of it. So it's a waste of my money. So there's a mentality that needs to be changed, that needs to be dealt with and brought down. Women who people believe in, they back them. So women need to also do a lot of work, especially in galvanizing and showing their worth. When Dr. Obi Ezekwesili says she wants to run for, if she says she wants to run for office, and she makes clear and we can see clearly her political capital, her social capital, and we know people will rally behind her. If Adebola she can say she wants to run for office, and we can see clearly the indices that people will rally behind her, people will give her money. They just need to see those women. Like Yemi was saying, someone will come forward, the governorship candidates who didn't have an office, who didn't have a poster. You're spoiling the good name of women. We don't need those type of women, because they're spoiling the good name. They'll make people just say, oh, look now. So if you're going to do it, you need to do it well. You need to do it properly. Even if you have a small office, even if you have a small poster, but you say, listen, this is what I can afford, this is what I can do. I need your help for us to do more. So people will give money to any woman who they believe they can bank on, and they believe has a structure. So we need to work on how to build those structures.